Welcome to this YouTube channel Learn Quick. I am Sherif here for a video lecture on isometric view of frustum of hexagonal pyramid. Before we start, I recommend you to watch our previous video lecture on isometric projection of a cube to understand the basics. The link is provided in the top right corner and in the description. I request the learners to watch the video till end to understand clearly, and if you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe it now with bell icon to receive notifications and updates. Let's read the question. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of a hexagonal pyramid when it is resting on its base on the HP with two sides parallel to the VP. The side of base is 25 mm and top is 10 mm. The height of the frustum is 55 mm. I have already drawn the default orthographic projection of frustum of hexagonal pyramid on referring our previous video lecture projection of solids, solid type 12 and position 71 and having a sectioning plane at a height of 55 mm to achieve frustum. So before we start drawing the orthographic projection of this frustum, we need to enclose the top view shape of this solid with 4 lines. So here we have two hexagon, one is the big hexagon and another is the small hexagon. So first we have enclosed this big hexagon with 4 lines and I name all the corners with numeric number 1, 2, 3 and 4. So again with numerical values I name the 4 lines which I have used to enclose the small hexagon. So here I name 5, 6, 7 and 8. So these are my 8 points which will be useful to construct my box for the isometric projection of this frustum. So I will be making the box for the big hexagon first, then I will position my small hexagon in the top plane. So first I have to use the values of 1, 2, 1, 4 and the height of the frustum to construct the box. So first I will draw a horizontal line. So and mark a point. So here mark 30 degree in both the sides. And I take this point as 2 and I draw 2, 1 which is of length 50 mm and I mark this point as 1. So similarly measure 2 and 3 and it measures 43 mm. Draw 43 mm here. And mark 3. So now in all the 3 points I am going to draw a vertical axis for 55 mm. So draw 55 mm and mark these corners 3, 2 and 1. So I join 1 and 2 which is 50 mm parallel to 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 now mark 60 degree in corner 3 to draw a parallel line to 1, 2 Similarly in the top face mark 60 degree. So now I draw a line for 50 mm. Similarly in the top face, drawing a line for 50 mm. And I join these two corners to complete the box. So now name this corner as 4, and in the base again 4. Now from this default position I can understand the big hexagon is lying in the bottom plane, whereas the small hexagon is lying in the top plane. So to draw the small hexagon, I need to position the 4 lines which is positioned inside the big hexagon. So first I will locate the points 5, 6, 7 and 8, so in the top plane. So to do that, I measure the distance from corner 4 to 8. So from corner 4 to 8, which will be the same from corner 3 to K, and it will be the same distance from 1 to H and from 2 to I. So now I measure the distance between 4 to L, the line 4, 3. So the same distance I carry over here. And it will be same from the other side also. So now I draw construction lines to find the location of 5, 6 and 7, 8. So now I mark this corner 5 here, 6, 7 and 8. Next I have to locate the hexagon here, the big hexagon and the small hexagon here. So first I will complete the big hexagon. So I measure the points between 1 and 2. So between 1 and 2 I have B and C. I measure B and I make an arc. So the distance will be the same to point C also from 2, and from 3 I obtain point E. From 4 I get point F. So similarly from 2 I measure point D towards corner 3. Similarly from 1 I measure point A. Now I quickly name all the corners. I get corner A here, B, C, D, E and F. So now for the small hexagon I measure the distance between B to H. So now from B to H, so the distance will be same from 8 to L and 6 to I, 7 to K. So I obtained 4 corners. So now I measure from 5 to G. So towards 8 I measure G. Similarly from 6 to J is of same distance. I mark J here. So now I name all the points. Here I have G, here I have H I, J, K and L. Now it's time to join all the corners of the small hexagon. So I use HB pencil to join from G to I, G to H, and then from H to I, then I to J, J to K, G to L and L to K. So in base hexagon, so only half of the hexagon will be visible. So first I join B to C, C to D, D to E. So now I try to connect the slant edges. So B is connected with H. So B is connected with H. So from B to H, I draw a line. Next, C is connected with I. So I draw a line from C to I. Next, D to J. D is connected with J. And next, E is connected with K. E to K. So now if you see, both corners A and F lie inside the solid, so it is not visible, it is hidden, so no need to connect those slant edges. I hope this video was helpful to you. If so, do not forget to like the video, share and comment, and do not forget to subscribe the channel with the bell icon. Thank you.